If you're looking to become a lawyer and you want to go ahead and get that law degree, you got to go to the University of Pacific. You've got to talk to, of course, Dan, how do you pronounce your last name?
Croxwell.
Croxwell.
Yeah.
All right, so you're the dean.
I am a dean. I'm a dean of admissions.
All right, so this is pretty interesting. So if you're thinking about becoming an attorney, there's a way that you guys can kind of speed that process up a little bit with an evening class. Tell us about this program.
Right, so I went to the evening program at McGeorge in 2008, and it required us to go 4 nights a week. And it's really designed for working professionals, people who maybe have family obligations. But at 4 nights a week coming to campus, it's really hard. So what we've done is we've changed it and we've created a hybrid program where you're only going to be on campus 2 nights a week, and the other 2 nights will be online. So it's really designed to provide logistical ease and kind of geographic scope.
Yeah, because I can only imagine that it's pretty difficult to go ahead and get your degree. You want to make it as easy as possible and make sure that the students will have time to get there.
Correct.
What can they experience when they're taking this type of class?
Yeah, so the 2 nights on campus are going to be traditional, in person, back and forth with the professor, as people have seen on TV, etc. The evening classes, the hybrid classes, will be online, so it'll be the similar format that we all experienced from COVID, during the Zoom period. So it'll be kind of like that. But a lot of in person, a lot of programming that we provide for the evening division, which is the same as the full-time day division.
Okay, and why is now a good time to go to law school?
I mean, so when we have times of unrest, as whatever side of the things you're on, right, now seems like a very kind of tense time. The law can operate to provide stability, and most of the students that I'm seeing are people who want to impose that kind of stability or make change or have a societal impact. So right now, in times of change like we're experiencing, law can be a very good spot to be. Also, it's an area that always, it's lucrative in terms of jobs, right? And it's stable. So if you're a person who maybe like me had an English degree and you're kind of, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, the JD degree provides like the biggest opportunity that I can think of out of any career.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, if you're thinking about it, McGeorge is the way to go. Why is McGeorge so awesome? I
mean, McGeorge is the place, right? I mean, we are in the Sacramento Law School. My quick version of why, a couple years ago when they walked across the stage for graduation, we had them write one word that described their experience at McGeorge, and 73% of the students wrote the word community. And to me, that's really important. I mean, we're a majority-minority law school, socioeconomically very diverse, and everybody still has each other's back. The word community really comes to mind. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, got to get part of the community, be part of that. And it's been around a long time, McGeorge, right? 100 years. We just celebrated our 100-year anniversary. Congratulations. Yeah. That's awesome. All right. I got to ask you this, too, because this is kind of interesting. I saw this little thing here. You have a class called Craft Beer Law? That is correct. What is going on with this? There's a law with craft beer? Right. So I'm actually a professor by trade. I'm my second year as the admissions dean. I used to represent breweries. My brother opened a brewery in LA, a craft brewery, and it is a complete morass when it comes to the law. The law was all kind of created right after Prohibition, and it's very messy and very hard to understand what's going on. And it was a total vacuum, so I started practicing, had my own firm representing craft breweries, and now I teach a class on craft beer law. And so what does that entail? It's got to be a lot of, are you guys drinking beers? Is the dean watching? Right. You are the dean. Well, the dean. Okay, he's the dean. But, the dean, right, I mean, we may or may not visit breweries during the class, but it's a lot of constitutional law, surprisingly. It's the only thing in the Constitution of the United States that has 2 provisions, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of con law involved, a lot of intellectual property, a lot of contracts. I mean, it's a really wide area, much larger tentacles than I thought when I opened that firm. There you go. All right, people who are watching right now, some of them want to pursue their law degree. What should they do? Just get a hold of you guys? So you can email us for a tour at mcgeorge.pacific.edu. My office, the admissions office, will set up a free tour. You can come to a mock class. You can come to any of my classes. I'm currently teaching civil procedure. Come on, see what it's like. Look us up online. Now's a great time to apply. It's still a little early I'd say it's halfway through the cycle. There's still scholarship money available. So for those working professionals who want to go at night, now's a great time. Love that. All right, Dan, thanks for coming in, getting us caught up. Appreciate it. All right, we'll throw up a little information. If you want to become a lawyer, there you go. McGeorge trying to make it a little bit easier for you. There's your information right there on the screen.